Since I haven't talked about BL in a while, I decided to bring it back. And since I've been consuming some Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy lately, it's gonna be a doujin of one of those. Not Kingdom Hearts, so there's no way I could ever read a Kingdom Hearts doujin. And since the last doujin I did was a straight one, let's do a BL one. Hello everyone, Ren here, or Alias, and that's right, it's your favorite time, BL review time. And this one is called Hokago Kimi to Kotaewase o Shiyo. I probably butchered the hell out of that pronunciation, I'll put it on screen. It's Prompto Ex Noctis. I usually go for canon doujins when I read these type of things, because I like to see the main couple together, you know? Like Naruto x Hinata or Link x Zelda. But just like we were taught in Pirates of the Caribbean, a few ships can really do a whole lot of things. If you look Noctis in the site where you probably browse for doujins, you'll find almost no Noct x Lunafrella, the canon couple. I only found one, and it was a gender bent Noct. And it wasn't even in English, it was in Japanese. And Lunafrella, for those who don't know, is Noctis's canon wife. I think it's because Square gave her the personality of a slightly wet bag of rice. And she has less screen time than the message that says, this Final Fantasy is for fans and first timers. Which, funnily enough, I was a first timer. Final Fantasy 15 was the first Final Fantasy I played myself. So the reason I prefer this doujin over ones like Femboy Prompto or Prankem John, it's cause how the characters act. I like it when a doujin gets the characteristics right. In this doujin, Prompto acts like Prompto. Easygoing on the outside, but with some insecurities on the inside. Just how Prompto is. If you played a Final Fantasy, you know Prompto has this lingering feeling that he is inadequate to be in the group that he's in. He feels out of place because, Noctis is the prince, Gladiolus is the prince's shield, and Ignis is the caretaker, pretty much. And Prompto is just his friend, he's a commoner. Everybody else but Prompto has something related to royalty. And this doujin shows that. The synopsis, real quick, is just Prompto and Noctis falling in love. That's it. There's not too much story, it's just really sweet. But in the doujin, Prompto needed an eraser, and Noctis broke his eraser and lent it to him. And whenever he uses the eraser, he's erasing messages and stuff that he drew, like confessing his love to Noctis. Like he's erasing his feelings. But the more he erases his feelings, and the more the Noct and Prompto hang out together, the more Prompto realizes that he actually has feelings for Noct. And Noct also acts in character in this doujin, not just Prompto. Noct has this, he can act like Sasuke a little bit, not as edgy, he's a bit cold and non-verbal, but he actually cares about his friends. They're his boys after all. And in this doujin, he sees that Prompto has some feelings towards him, but he wants Prompto to not hide how he feels. And we get at the ending of the story part of the doujin, because the rest of the doujin is just, spicy scenes, and there is some love confession at the end, which is kind of sweet. Nocta confronts Prompto and tells him he should not hide how he feels. He should not decide that it is not okay for him to feel in love with Noct all by himself, because there's nothing wrong with what he's feeling. And it's similar to something that happens late in the game when Prompto gets lost in the snow. And Noct and the boys go find Prompto. That thing gets further explained in the DLC, why Prompto feels inadequate. We learn the root of his insecurities about being with the royal people. So if you want a sweet story about two best friends that eventually, end up together, check this one out. And if you wanna see the canon couple Noctex Lunafrella, good luck. As I mentioned before, I found one in Japanese, like 5 where it's Noct and some of the other guys, and the rest of them, it's all Promptil X Noctis. They just have really good chemistry together. It was my favorite episode of Final Fantasy Brotherhood, the Promptil episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I do read the comments, as you can see. This has been all. This has been Ren, our alias. Bye bye.